Welcome to the Mama's Motivational Messages podcast, where women learn to stop putting themselves on the back burner and start paying attention to caring for themselves first so they can be better for everyone else in their lives. I know you'll be inspired by the stories of resiliency and starting over, of health and self-healing, of gaining clarity through journaling, of showing self-love through world travel, and the list goes on. I encourage you to relax and enjoy. I'm your host, Peggy Kirkland, PK.
Hi there, my beautiful empty nesters. Welcome back to Mama's Motivational Messages. I'm your host, PK. Today we're starting a 3-part conversation about something I know many women wrestle with quietly, especially empty nesters. And that's how to restart a passion that may have gotten buried under responsibilities, schedules, and everybody else's needs. This is a big topic, so I don't want to rush it. Let me tell you how this series will unfold. In part 1, we're going to talk about why passions get deferred, what happens emotionally when the nest empties, and why it's absolutely not too late for you. Then in part 2, we'll move into some of the common challenges you may encounter in pursuing your passions. Finally, in part 3, you'll learn practical strategies informed by research to help you go from feeling stuck to feeling inspired to delve into that box in the closet and pick a lost passion to get started on. If you've ever wondered, do I even have a passion anymore? This series is for you. Let's get started talking about deferred passions. What I'm referring to here are those dreams you put on hold for later. Maybe you asked yourself, what happened to that spark I used to feel about life? Is it too late for me? Did I miss my chance? If this is you, I want you to stay with me because you're going to feel empowered to shift from that stuck place to one of inspiration, where you learn to embrace change so you can pursue your dreams with renewed energy. You won't feel defeated, stuck, and stagnant anymore. You'll feel ready to take a chance on yourself because your dreams matter. But before we dive in, let me tell you about a resource that I created especially for those of you who are ready to start exploring your passions. It's called Your Pathway to Passion. It's a 5-day challenge that's designed to help you uncover what truly lights you up. Even if you feel trapped or unsure about where to start, it's free, and you can find the link in the description or show notes. Be sure to download your copy today. Let's get back to passions that have been deferred, put off, or ignored. I want to start with a short story about Sabrina. Sabrina was an empty nester who spent her life working, raising kids, caring for aging parents, and volunteering at church. She was the dependable one, the strong one, the person that everyone referred to as, call Sabrina, she'll figure it out. One day after her youngest moved out, she was cleaning out a closet and found an old box labeled, "Do not throw away." She opened it and found a half-finished manuscript for a children's book, some drawings and sketches, and a brochure for a writing workshop she wanted to attend 20 years ago. She sat there in the hallway, holding that paperwork, thinking, oh, I remember her, the version of me who dreamed of becoming a writer. That box didn't hold junk. It held a version of herself that had gotten put on pause. For many of us, our passion is like that box in the closet, still there after decades. That box is still ours. It's just waiting to be opened. How many of you know that woman? I know that woman personally. I too have had manuscripts of poetry and ideas for other creative projects outside of this podcast. I have wondered whether I should be leaving that to younger folk. But I've realized that there's no time like the present. I've opened that box and started podcasting. You too can open your box and pick a project to get started at any time. In fact, opening that box now means you're opening it as a wiser, seasoned, more grounded woman, a woman who can be intentional about integrating passions into your life. And those passions should fit like the members of an orchestra playing in harmony. That's what experts on passion refer to as harmonious passion. It doesn't take over your life, cause conflict, or stress you out. And there are benefits to pursuing a harmonious passion. Researchers have found that harmonious passion contributes to better overall psychological health and satisfaction with life in general. It may even help protect the brain, reducing the risk of cognitive decline and dementia over time, as well as reducing the risk of early mortality in older adults. So when we talk about pursuing passion as an empty nester in midlife, I'm not talking about burning yourself out or trying to catch up on everything you didn't do in your 20s, 30s, or 40s. I'm talking about being in a state of flow where you're so engaged that you lose track of time. It's really about integrating meaningful activities into your life in a way that supports your current needs. But I don't want to minimize the empty nest phase because it can be a double-edged sword that some women adjust to better than others. On one hand, this phase can create feelings of loss and sadness, along with questions about identity, especially if you invested a lot of time and emotional energy into parenting. But it can also be a time of reawakening because it can offer a chance to rewrite what comes next. I think this makes it the perfect reason and the season to focus on what brings you joy. On the flip side, there are women who adjust well to children flying the coop. There are studies that have found that women who adjust well to the empty nest can experience a sense of freedom, better relationships, and more time to pursue their own goals and interests. Think of this new space that's been created, like remodeling your inner house. You don't have to erase the memories of the kids being there to start making room for something that honors this new season. You can stand in the doorway and mourn the silence, and that's valid. But at some point, you also get to ask, what do I want this room to become now? A studio? A small library? A prayer or meditation space? My writing nook? My craft room? My podcasting or YouTube corner? That's what I did. I turned a room that one of the kids had vacated into a library/office space, which can still double as one of the guest rooms when necessary. Interestingly, in spite of the change, that adult child still refers to it as my room whenever he comes home. And that's okay. What's important is how you use the space now. Remember, it's not too late to get started. Okay, I've given you an earful today. Before I go, let me tell you about part 2 of the series. Part 2 is where we're going to unpack the very real challenges that get in the way: fear, perfectionism, guilt, and concerns about time and energy. You don't want to miss that conversation. But if you're listening right now and thinking, PK, that sounds good, but I don't even know where to begin, I want you to know that I thought about this, and that's why I've created a free resource called Your Pathway to Passion. It's a 5-day challenge designed to help you reconnect with your interests, strengths, and sense of purpose in small, doable steps. You can download it by clicking the link in the description or show notes.
If you've been inspired and encouraged by the positive messages in today's show, please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcast. This will help to keep the show alive. And remember, sharing is caring. So don't forget to share these gems with friends and family, strangers too if you like. Let them know it's available wherever they listen to their podcasts. I'm counting on you to share the love. Until next time, this is PK, sending you much light and a whole lot of love.